Hello, Brick Room. Woo! There's one person here. Hi. Are we ready to pregame some Valentine's Day? Yeah, we all here on dates? This song is not working. Okay, take it off, Eric. They're not enjoying it. All right. Folks, my name is James Avery Sanders. I'll be your host this evening. My pronouns are he, him, his, handsome. You can refer to me as any of those when talking about me later. I know, I'm humble about it too. I know. I am on performance-enhancing drugs, I will tell you. Testosterone's very expensive, though. There are a couple men over 40 here who know exactly what I'm talking about, but we'll keep it our secret, okay? I don't need it for the boner, I need it for the jawline, okay? All right. Guys, welcome to the Brick Room. I love this space. Big hand for Eric, who runs the place. Yeah, we always love. He treats us well. I tried to dress a little sexy for you today. I left a couple buttons undone so you could see the pale, hairless chest, you know. Don't worry, I'm taken. I'm not after any of your ladies. It's all right. Guys, testosterone is very expensive, like I said. And, I came out and I told my doctor, hey, I'm a guy. And they don't tell you that's going to cost a fortune. They don't tell you that. The pharmacist tells you that. Yeah, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. I slapped my prescription down. I'm like, I'm ready to be a man tomorrow, right? And they're like, that'll be, I was a bartender the first time I heard this total, and I definitely did not have benefits. No bartending job ever. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I need that. So now I work for a coffee company with a mermaid on it. Guess which one? They brainwash you, though. They're like, but we can make you handsome. Who doesn't sign up for that? Right? Like, if they're going to pay for everything to be this handsome, I'll fucking take it. It's fine. Didn't always get to be James. Happy to be James. A lot of transgender people pick nature names. I don't know if y'all have noticed this. Like, I've met a prairie. I've met a clover. There's currently a woman named Rainwater who resides in my building, although she might just have a leak. I'm kind of a bad listener. But that didn't work for me. Like, all the manly names are like Thunder or Tornado, right? Not like super suiting, right? Like, I think I'm more like a Herb, short for Herbert. Because that guy either smokes really great weed or he's adorable. And that I can accomplish 7 days a week. No, and you don't, like, tell these names when you're picking a new name. Like, when you don't tell this to your dad, right? But my dad's my best friend. And I have benefits now, so I'm working on that. But I'm like, Dad, I could be anything. Like, I could be Peter Parker. I could be Bruce Wayne. I could be your handsome neighborhood Spider James. He's like, this is why children don't get to name themselves. Also, you're fucking 30 years old. And that's fine, So I went with handsome neighborhood Spider James. Yeah, they thought it was weird in court, too. So, no middle name, just that. No, and I know it's the laugh, right? I know. It got weird after T. I know. All of a sudden, I sound like Mark Hamill's Joker. Thank you. No, thank you. Not the worst thing that's ever happened to me on T. It's the butt hair, if you're wondering. It's itchy when it grows in, Is that a lot of information? I know. I'm surprised I'm not single either. I know. Anyway, family's great. I'm a military kid. Anyone else military kids or military in here at all? That's okay. I can be the oddball out. That's fine. It's why I'm so loud and weird. But I know. And I didn't realize until I was an adult that my dad kind of raised me weird, right? Don't worry, I'm going to illustrate this for you. I tend to overdress for everything. Like, clearly downtown Noblesville calls for a pocket square and a vest. Respectfully, again, sexied it up for you. Usually there's a tie involved, but we're pre-gaming Valentine's Day tonight. You guys don't get it. Pre-gaming Valentine's Day is my favorite part, because Valentine's Day is like, you gotta do well or you're kind of fucked up, right? Like, if you don't have a plan, they know. Like, my girlfriend, if I don't have a plan, she knows. And so it's just like, I map that stuff out, right? Back to being raised weird. So I overdress for everything. And then when I come underdressed, I'm absolutely embarrassed. Don't get me wrong. I shove those feelings down because, military kid. But I also have benefits, so I'm working on that. So, and the next thing is, so my dad, I love scotch and a cigar. I have loved scotch and a cigar since I was 15. And here's why. There's rites of passages in my family. It starts with changing your tire. In the pouring rain, Dad picks the day. It went just as well as you thought it did. So the first time I'm out there, I'm literally slipping off the freaking tire irons, and I'm just getting pissed. My dad's like, are you even trying to get it off? You're supposed to get looking at us. I'm like, I just want to go inside. So I failed the first time. That's okay. Second time, I nailed it. And then I proceeded to throw up in my mother's bushes. I don't understand why she doesn't like this tradition. It's so strange. It's so strange. Not the only time their parenting has deviated, right? So my family is the kind of family that goes and buys the invisible fence kit for the dog and installs it ourselves. Anybody else crafty families? Just us again. That's okay. I also know a lot of weird contracting stuff like hanging drywall that I have not used since I was 17. We finished our own basement. It was amazing. 3 scotches and a cigar later. Anyways. But, so just random rites of passage. So, we're laying in this invisible fence, and my dad looks at us and he goes, do you guys want to test it? We did. So I thought, I'm the smart one. I'm going to get my sweatshirt so that way it doesn't make direct contact with my neck. So I run upstairs. The next thing I know, I hear my mom banging against the back window, and she goes, what the fuck are you doing? So, of course, I have to go to the back window to see what the fuck they're doing. And there is my youngest brother, her precious baby boy, in a full-on sprint position at this row of orange flags with this collar pinned against his neck. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, I have to get down there. So I start racing down there, and then I hear her scream, and I'm like, something terrible happened, right? I get back out there. My little brother's laying flat in the grass laughing his ass off. It was on the lowest setting. He's not a monster, okay? He's just the major. It's great. It's great. My family was fantastic. I did have to come out as trans, which, I thought that would be hard. It was really just a lot of awkward questions, which I have awkward questions too, but I direct those at the surgeon because that's funny. They direct them at me. So I'm driving home this one night, and I get this voicemail from my brother. I'm going to preface it with this. I don't answer the phone or text when I'm driving because I signed this pledge with Oprah 20 years ago. I take super seriously. A few of us have seen Oprah, all right. I trust her. She loves bread, okay? Not big Oprah fans in here. That's fine. But, so again, so I pick it up. I'm like, okay, handsome neighborhood Spider James, here to save the day. And I call him back. He picks up. I'm like, hey, man, are you okay? What's going on? And he goes, yeah. I just have a question. Are you going to get a dick? Man, I'm still navigating this whole gender thing for myself and trying to find my comfort level. And there's various things that I goes, no. I just don't think you should get to pick your dick. Okay. I don't think it's that simple. I can't just draw it and be install. That's not how that works. The surgeon assured me. So again, and I'm telling him this, and he goes, no, you don't understand. I just think it should have to work like the rest of us, right? You should have to reach into a bag of dicks, and then whatever dick you get is the dick you get. Are you guys getting this illustration? So there's a couple problems for me. I've never wanted to reach into any gathering of penises. Not a cornucopia of cock, murder of muff mashers, pail of peni. Recently back from London, wagon of willies. Just not a particular interest of mine, And then his next argument is you could end up with a huge black dick. That'll really make people comfortable with me. When I walk up to the urinal at 5'5" and throw out my kickstand. So, yeah, you guys got that image too. Good. I'm very good at painting. Thank you. Another thing I'd like to talk about, it's not really an opinion, but I'm trying to make it a popular opinion. And hear me out, because we might divide the room here a little bit. Whether you have a giant dick or you're a squirter, you have an obligation to your partner. Don't worry, I'm going to explain. You just gotta tell them. I say this from both ends of the gender spectrum, and preparedness like a Boy Scout, We'll start with the first one. If you have a giant dick, how do I put this? If you trained for a 5K, you don't want to be surprised with a marathon. You know, I signed up to jog a little bit, get a free T-shirt, and maybe have some foam thrown at me. That's it. You know. And in the scenario, you're not a runner, okay? You've maybe run like a couple times in your life, like when your elliptical ran out of batteries. It was a Tuesday. Bobby's here. That's when you went running. That's it, you know. Just my feeling. That's fine. On the other side, ladies, if you can make a natural fountain, more power to you. I absolutely enjoy that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He says, yeah, I know. Sorry, you just got given up. Anyways, so that happens, right? And then, you know, the only thing that changes is the location, okay? It's a lot easier to clean up my kitchen than it is my bedroom, okay? I don't know what kind of cleaning products y'all think I have as a newly straight white male. It basically boils down to like a ShamWow and some kaboom, right? Highly ineffective. Oddly appropriate, because 2 hours later, I'm turning around and being like, but wait, there's more. I know, I love that joke. I would know. My sister is so funny. My sister's a decade older than me, right? Because my dad had 2 marriages, like every good American Indiana man. I've hit a couple more in here. Okay. No, but it's true, you know, and that's fine. We have a lot of differences. One of her things is always, because I have 2 dear nephews who I care very much about, she goes, can you just make a clean set? And I'm like, a bag of options? Like, what do you want me to say? Like, and I don't know how to make, she's like, no, just like write something clean. I'm like, okay, I have dad jokes. Do you want dad jokes? She goes, I just want something that I can show your nephews. So then I just started talking about awkward things, which apparently is not much better, right? I'm a little dude. I don't know if you guys have noticed that about me. I'm short. It's probably easy to clock, right? I've noticed that when I hug tall men, I tend to do this and just shove my head right in there. This is because my dad's very tall and he's a cuddler when he hugs. But when you're hugging another man for the first time, I found that they don't really like it when I shove my face in their boobs. It's which is weird because I would think, oh, that's probably really nice. But this one time, my friend, who's probably like about like 5'8", is like, hey, dude, you don't have to nestle in there. Sorry. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you on this one. You know, I had a friend tell me recently I look like Harry Potter got slapped with puberty. Which isn't inaccurate. I'm very magical, and I am going through puberty a second time. But that would have really been a cool comparison if he had said some like cool things about that, like, you know, I'm the first of my class or something. But instead he was like, yeah, because, you know, like he can't grow very good facial hair either, and he's a little dude. Fair enough. This is No Shave 2020, and I can't produce any magic, so. All right, guys, are we ready for the rest of our pre-game Valentine's Day show? All right, I'm bringing up your first. Welcome, Juan.